Hi, we're going to talk about the use of cannabis to modulate stress. This can be stress encountered in post-traumatic stress syndrome. This can be stress encountered in day-to-day life. This can be stress encountered from chronic disease as it's stress on your bodily functions. But the good news is that your endocannabinoid system is actually one of the main modulators of your stress response. Your heart rate, your sweating, your anxiety level, your ability to sleep, your ability to breathe calmly, all of these are autonomic functions that are involved in the stress response, and your endocannabinoid system helps to regulate them. So what helps to regulate your endocannabinoid system is THC. That's the main cannabinoid that interacts with your endocannabinoid receptors. So if you're trying to modulate physiologic stress, no matter what it's caused from, then you do need to have some THC present. Now, depending upon where you are in your stress situation, whether you're anxiously stressed, you're fatigued, burned out, stressed, you're wired, high cortisol, metabolically actively stressed, that's going to decide what strain you want. You don't want to stimulate an overstimulated, cortisol-wired, stressed person. You have to use a relaxing strain for that, the kind with linalool, the lavender-smelling terpene, or myrcene, the skunky-smelling terpene. You need to provide the THC with a relaxant. If you're fatigued, depressed, overstressed, overburned out, and you need a stimulant, then you want to provide your THC with an alpha-pinene uplift or a limonene uplift. So depending upon where you are in your stress management, you'll know what kind of a strain to choose. What about CBD? Well, CBD is a relaxant, so you can mix it with THC in order to calm down your stress response, but you really do need the THC there. So in this case, you're using CBD mainly to reduce the psychoactivity of the THC. If you find the appropriate strain, then you can add CBD. You can add it in a tincture or a vaporizer of its own, just to reduce the psychoactivity of the strain you've chosen. So for stress, really, you're going to look to inhalation first because the type of strain you're using is so important. If you can find an edible that's strain specific, great. Sativa edibles or indica edibles. You might even find an edible that says relax on it. So make sure and pay attention to these side effects or these mood effects of the type of cannabis that you're using. And typically, unless you're in a chronically long-term stress situation, such as often from post-traumatic stress disorder, you'll be able to reduce your cannabis use after your immediate stress is over and your body can return to normal.